Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former... Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to Rager. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean. An outstanding play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A good pickup there at 22. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Called out a very strong gain of 24. Throwing is Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Rager, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Rager. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. Hurts going to keep this himself. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hurts going to keep it again, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Brian Asamoah making the play defensively, meeting him behind the line for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. And it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kick.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep for Philadelphia, Devontae Smith. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. To the 36-yard line. Stop there. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
4th down, Cousins. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Play fake. Cousins rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play action now. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne from 8 yards out. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. The Eagles hustle him to the line, clock rolling. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it up. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. To throw, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Again, it's Cousins. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
So much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this returnable for Reagor. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half, but there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Hurts throws complete to Goddard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Hurts going to take this himself. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Madison. Oh, he's got some breathing. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. I mean, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here comes Rager. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On play action, Cousins. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to line up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 74 yards. And the Vikings add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Brown with a stick skills. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. Get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Alexander Madison leading this Vikings offense out there to begin the next drive.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Here's Madison getting it again on second. With 209 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
To throw is Cousins.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. Gets past one man.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to goal.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be 1 more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea